what's up? So I'm Asamia. I am the New York City organizer with AQE. And as y'all know, we've been doing these like weekly lives, these daily lives, just to get people kind of like updated on what's going on locally and at the Capitol. And today I am going to be joined by Rasheedah, who's a parent leader with AQE, and I'm just waiting for her to join in. So Rasheedah is joining in right now. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with us. Hey, Rasheedah.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Peace. So before we start getting into like the nitty gritty, we really like to ground the work that we're doing in our personal stories, because everyone who's involved in this work has a story to tell, and it's really crucial to like what's going on locally and on the state level. So I'm going to kick it to Rasheedah really quickly. Introduce yourself. Tell people who you are. And just let them know why you're here. What's up?
Okay. All right. Peace, world, Instagram world. My name is Rasheedah Harris. And, as Asamia stated, I'm a parent leader. And I'm here because I'm fighting for public schools, for funding for public schools. I'm fighting New York State to ensure that they include funding for public schools in their budget. And why this is so important to me is because I am a product of the public school system. Like, I grew up in New York, and I went to public schools in New York, raised by a single dad. My father raised all three of us by himself, and we struggled a lot. We moved around a lot. We lived in different districts. We lived in different boroughs. I mean, literally, legit, every year I was going to a new school. So I know what all these different schools offer. I know what it's like to go to a well-funded school, a severely underfunded school. Like, I've experienced it all my life. Is the tale of two cities. I've actually also lived in other states. I've lived in South Carolina. I've lived in Norwalk, Connecticut. Like, I've seen schools that have, used real gold as a medal in their jewelry shop class in a public school. I know what it's like to just have these resources. I know how important it is. And so right now I live in the Bronx, and my daughter attends school in East Harlem. And she actually attends one of the citywide gifted and talented schools. So our school is so different. We're in East Harlem in El Barrio. We are in District 4. And I see the difference between her school and the school right across the street, and the school right around the corner. And it's just so unfortunate that these are all public schools funded by public dollars. But some schools have more than others. And these children don't deserve it. And so, once I discovered the Campaign for Fiscal Equity and this lawsuit and the money that New York State owes, I just couldn't get it out of my brain. I could not understand why we're not getting this money. And every single person I talk to, every single person I tell about the Campaign for Fiscal Equity, the money that New York State owes our public schools, they don't know.
Right.
I know a lot of people. And so everybody I talk to, they don't know. They never heard of it. They don't know anything about it. They're like surprised. They want to know what they can do to help. And so I'm just continuously trying to spread the word. And this is why I'm here. And this is why I'm doing this. And I just want to keep pushing it out there. And so this is why I'm here. And thank you for having me. Whatever we can do to spread the word and get folks involved today and as soon as possible in the next couple of days to really just push to get everybody involved. That's why I'm here.
Thank you for sharing that, Rasheedah. And similarly, like, I was born and raised in New York City. I was from K to 12. I was in the same district, B9, which is one of the districts that are severely underfunded and under-resourced. And like you're saying, like, most of us who just like kind of like grow up in the system, we kind of see this as how it's supposed to be. Like, the idea that our schools are owed hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, like, that doesn't even come across our mind. We just think, all right, so we from the hood, we are just black and brown kids. We are low-income kids, so therefore this is what we deserve, and this is what we're supposed to deal with, because everyone we know is in a similar circumstance. And it wasn't too, like you, that I got hip to the campaign for physical equity, that I realized that it shouldn't have to be this way. It shouldn't be that unless you get like the most like highest scores on the test, or you're not a student of color, that's the only time that you get any type of support. And also not to put the blame on the school, right? Because my principals and my teachers were phenomenal. Some of my favorite people to date, but they were going way beyond what they were supposed to like bring resources to the school. And yeah, like when I see like my siblings who I graduated like years ago and they're still in this situation, I know that it shouldn't be this way. And just like kind of to like talk about what's going on now. So obviously we're in the middle of the budget session, right? So our state legislators, the governor, all these people are deciding what to do with the money that New York State has in the budget. And typically, we'd be getting like updates. People who are in Albany will know what's going on. At least we will have like a one house budget, something to show us like what they're thinking about doing with this money and what they're thinking about doing with education. And we're like hearing nothing. It's like very little transparency about like what's going on the state level. And so as a parent leader, I just want to ask you, like, how does that make you feel to know that like all this money is in the air and they're making these decisions that's going to impact students next year and so on, but they're not even telling us what's going on?
Yeah, so it's scary, and I know a lot of people get motivated right towards the end, and that's where we are right now. So we're right at the end, and that's where the pressure is coming on to just let folks know we don't know what's going on. We don't know how we're going to be surprised with the outcome of this budget. Well, we don't want to be surprised. We want to push as much as we can to make sure the outcome includes funding our public schools. So we have to act off the fact that we just don't know what they're going to do. And we got to just push. It's scary to not know because we know that they're deciding. We know they're meeting. We know they're talking about it. And we don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. It's very scary. It just makes me feel like they're putting children at the bottom.
Right.
It's scary.
Yeah, and speaking of the bottom, so obviously we are in a pandemic right now. And I remember when towards the end of February, early March, when things were really starting to kick up, and people were like, oh, just wash your hands and you'll be okay. Oh, we have to keep the students in school because who's going to take care of them? We don't have childcare. We don't have X, Y, Z. And I just kept on thinking about how in my school, we did not have soap in our bathrooms, right? We did not have nurses. We didn't have enough social workers and guidance counselors to support us when things were going difficult. And now we're in a pandemic. And it just kind of like exacerbated the conditions that students were already in, and also highlighted the fact that like some schools were not equipped to just like be able to like, all right, we're in a pandemic, cool, we're gonna send everybody home with a laptop, we're gonna make sure parents have resources and all of that. So can you just speak a little bit more to like what have you seen as a parent leader? How has COVID and the pandemic that we're in right now impacted some of these parents, their children? If you could just speak to that.
Yeah, so I mean, exactly what you said. It's just so easy to say, wash your hands and use antibacterial solution. Mm-hmm. The reality of it is that so many of our schools just do not have soap. And when I say they don't have running water, I mean that it'll be one sink out of three that's actually working. And so they're in line and they're waiting to use the water, to try to use the faucet, to try to maneuver it so the water can come out. A lot of the water's not even warm. Okay. We have these schools that are severely underfunded and they're struggling and they were not able to just do everything that everyone was saying to do, to deal with. And, in regards to technology, it's just so sad that so many families and schools did not have the technology. And when I say schools didn't have the technology, they didn't have it in their schools. Right. The staff wasn't working on it. The children were not working on it. They didn't have tech classes where they were working on it. So they weren't even privy to getting on a computer, to knowing how to log in, to learn how to type and get on Google. They didn't have that during the day. So now they didn't have that during the day. They closed the schools. You want everyone to do it at home. They don't have it at home. The teachers don't even have the knowledge. There's a lot of teachers who just did not know how to get on and do these things because they didn't do it during the day because they didn't have the technology. Mm-hmm. And most of these schools that I'm referring to are in the poorer communities. And this is what we're seeing. close the schools, let everybody stay home. Everyone staying home doesn't mean the same thing in each household, if you even have a household. And so when we talk about funding our schools and we talk about these schools not having these things, we see the results now. We see the results. We're in the midst of this pandemic, and we see even more the children who are already struggling even more. They can't even log on. They can't do the classrooms remotely. And it's sad. I'm talking to parents, and everyone is they're struggling. They're struggling. They have outdated technology. They can't get on. They're struggling, and they're so afraid that their children are going to be left behind in more ways than one.
Right. And I think we really need to be very honest about how this lack of equity impacts children in disproportionate ways, right? Like those students who never went to school with a full technological accessibility, obviously they're the ones who's going to be left in the dust during this whole situation, right? I remember when I was in high school, we had one computer cart for a whole grade, right? That's 30 something computers for 200 students. It's not possible. And when we think about just getting more specific, students who have IEPs, right? Who's going to be doing their sessions and things with them from home? Students who are English language learners, right? Parents who might not be able to get on a computer and do the instruction with them. Who are we leaving in the dust? And I think it's really important for us to just be honest about that, right? It was easy for Cuomo and Bloomberg and de Blasio to be we're shutting everything down. Everyone go home. And then not meet the needs of the students who are going to be directly impacted by this issue. And it's just super frustrating. And I feel it's these moments that really put into perspective why I'm an organizer, why I can't just sit home and be angry on Twitter and not do nothing about it, not actually put my body and time and labor to trying to address these issues and hopefully get us a better place. And I think, Rasheedah, we have some people tune in right now. More people are going to watch this live. So I guess if you could just give us some words on why, you spoke about it a little bit earlier, but why do you organize and why is it important for us to get more parent leaders in this fight?
Yeah, it's important because I know when you have an actual cause, folks, they will respond. If you just say, oh, go vote, go do this, go do that, blanket slate, they do it, they don't. But if you have a specific cause and you let them know, listen, New York State owes its public schools billions of dollars. And you explain to them, and then they wonder, okay, well, all right, well, what can I do? And say, yes, this is what you can do as a parent. So it's just so important for everyone to actually know. And folks who know and pay attention, they step up because they're like, whoa, that's crazy. What can I do? So how can I help? Or they'll just spread the word. And that's why we're just continuously getting it out there. It's parents to parents first, because all of our children go to school together, right? But then we reach out to all of our family members and everything, because these are our children. Even if you're not a parent, these are our children in New York State. These are our schools. And so when you start to discuss certain things, like different bills being passed and laws and stuff being made, it's a lot. A lot of people don't want to think about all of that. A lot of people say, oh, yeah, I don't know all about that. You're the one that knows about it. No, I don't know about it. I just know this, and I'm telling you what I know. Just listen and let's work together. And and unfortunately, it's you got to take that one-on-one. When you talk to someone one-on-one, they get it one-on-one. When you do the tweets and everything or whatever, they read it or they don't read it. I talk to people, they say, oh yeah, I read something about that. Yeah, tell me more. I'm like, okay. So I take my time, I talk to people, I call people, we go to, the different PTA meetings and talk to all of the parents. It's just so important to just stay organized and get the parents involved, because parents unite. Parents will get together and they'll make a difference. Oh, also just empowering parents to know they have a voice, to know that they can make a change. They don't just have to go with whatever folks are telling them to do. And that's what's important to me. And that's why I push so hard.
Yeah, Rasheedah, thank you for sharing that. That is so beautiful. And I think you really touched on a really important point about how do we shift the power? Because a lot of people feel that's not my forte. That's not my line of work. I'm not a politician. I'm not a legislator. I don't know all of the ways that our government works. And they feel all right, so this is not my fight. And I think making people aware of the power that they have, that if you're a parent, if there's young people that that you care about, if you are a sibling, whatever it is, if you are a New York State resident, that this is your issue. And it's only us who are going to continue to push the line on this issue. And I just want to kind of like pivot to something that's going on today as an ask for everyone who's watching and for folks to just spread the word that the governor has he's just been trash. Right? The governor has been trash. I know he's everyone's favorite politician right now, but he has not been doing what he needs to do for education. And today he's talking about how our students just have to be strong. This is going to teach them how to be stronger, kind of like alluding to the fact that there might be some cuts in the budget. And so we're asking people to join Shelley Mayer's Facebook town hall that's happening today. If you go to her Facebook page, and just like Rasheedah's saying, go in her comments and tell your story. Ask her very important questions, like reclaim your power and make sure that she knows that she works for you. And as the chair of the education committee, it's her responsibility to push the governor and push other folks who have the power to make sure that there's no budget cuts, right? COVID is not an excuse to take money from education, and the pending recession is not an excuse to take money from education. We're not doing this anymore. So yeah, like Rasheedah said, this is our fight. It's our parents' fight. I see Tanisha in the comments. They're not shortchanging our children. They're not doing that anymore. We're not standing by it. So if anyone has an opportunity, the town hall is going to be at 6 o'clock, I believe. So just join that. Yes.
5. I think it's at 5.
5.
I'm not sure. Senator Shelley Mayer.
Yes.
We'll look it up. We'll make sure to share it. And I just got to say quickly, like I've literally gotten on the phone with people that I know and called like their legislators with them just to show them how quick and easy it is. And straight up, they were like, oh, okay, that's it. Now what else? I'm like, that's it. That's it. Just make the call, give a message. You're not going to talk to the senator. You're going to give a message. They're going to say, may I take a message? That's it. You know, and you click on the website to sign the petition letters and everything. It takes 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds. And it's just like when different folks are actually doing it, they say, okay, that's it. What else? What else do I have to do? That's actually all you have to do, and spread the word. You do it for yourself and spread the word. Get everyone else to do it, and we can all do it. So our elected officials can see that we know what's going on, that we're paying attention, and we want to see how they're going to push for our children for fully funds in these public schools in New York.
Right. And I think that's a good place to close, and that like this fight is not over, and there's so many different ways for people to plug in, and no matter what happens at the end of this budget session, that we're going to continue to fight. People like Rasheedah, all of our parents, all of our organizers, all of our staff, we're going to continue to fight, and we're going to continue to bring in more and more people who can just plug in wherever they can. We're going to meet them where they're at to make sure that our children are not shortchanged, like Tanisha said, and are not left behind. So, yeah, I want to say thank you, Rasheedah, for joining. I want to thank all of the people in the comments. There's some information. The town hall is going to be at 5 o'clock on Senator Shelley Mayer's page. If you need any more information, join us at aqeny.org. Rasheedah, I don't know if you want to do a plug, like your socials.
My social media is popping. Go to my social media. My Instagram is China the Black. My Twitter is It's Sheeta B. I just posted a video this morning explaining to everyone what this fight is all about. It's 5 minutes too long, but 5 minutes that I just need y'all to hear me, and I need y'all all to pull together. New Yorkers, we can do this. We can pull together for our children, for our public schools. It's important. Sorry, Asamia, my last thing. If you work for the DOE, you're not exempt. Like, if you work for the DOE, we need you to help fight for these funds as well.
Yes.
Tax
beautiful.
Fund our schools.
Fund our schools. Yes. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you, Rasheedah. Follow Rasheedah on her socials. And yeah, keep an eye out for our next live. Bye,
Thank
y'all.
you, Asamia. Peace, everyone. Peace.